Woohoo!
Hey!
We made it! Some serious math going
What
on
time is
here.
it?
It's 2
It's
o'clock.
session time.
It's session time for us, and I think a little bit earlier for you in Europe and in Ireland, but we'll be back to normal time next week. So very big welcome to Pat in Waterford. Thanks for joining us. To Cheryl, welcome. To Harry and the family, nice to see you joining us from the north of Ireland. To Sean, to Captain Tokyo, have a good rest. To Bob in Wisconsin, glad you're working in the workshop. To Arthur in France. To Alex in China, and just finished watching the esports games. Whatever. Yes, great. Jaden in the Netherlands, hello and welcome. To Holly, hi and welcome to you. And great to have Arthur. Did I welcome you? You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us today live. To Bill in San Francisco, to Allison in France. Great that it's the wood stove is roaring, very cozy. To Jennifer in Michigan, we have a special surprise later on today brought to you by Jennifer and Eilam, so stay tuned for that. Very, very thrilling. To Agnieszka in Poland. Hello, Aga, my friend. Hello, everyone. This is so thrilling. To Elise that you can join us live today since you don't have a gig. To Maria in the UK, hi and welcome. And to Dwayne in Ottawa, hi, Coach Dwayne. Hi to Bill. Hi to Marco in Milano. Hi to Margie in Minneapolis. I'm glad you can join us live today. Woohoo! And to Ted, also in Ottawa, hi and welcome. To Saul in Michigan, to Mike in Chile, Portland, Oregon, to Kevin in Ottawa, and to Neil. Wonderful to have you joining us today. Woohoo! Hi in Ireland, and hi to Dat in California. Wonderful to have you live with us today. To Scott, greetings to you. To Bob and to Sue in Brookville, Maryland, hi. To Ted in Ottawa. To Larry in Pasadena, hi and welcome. And to Prince Michael, hello and welcome to you. And to Allison, hi in Rhode Island. Glad to have you joining us. John, hi in Connecticut, and to Amy in Pasadena, to Carrie in Florida, hello my friend, to Barbara in Virginia, to John in Winthrop, woohoo, up the street from us. So great to have folks joining us today. Mara, hello, and ciao to you in Italy. So we're going to start with, and this somehow I'm thinking of you with this tune, Mara, the Killavil. Maybe we played this together at some point. We're going to start with this lovely jig in E minor called the Killavil. Not too fast, warm up, glad you're here. Really inspired guitar playing there, Matt Heaton.
Thank you very much.
And I believe that's what Carrie was referring to when she said that the Killavil seems like such a welcoming tune. In fact, we are all welcome here. Glad to have you playing with us. And I think played like that, that is a grand welcome. Well done, Matt Heaton.
Thank you very much.
And Alex, I'll bet it sounds great on the new flute. We're loving seeing the pictures and the videos on Facebook of you playing those new instruments. And congratulations.
Yeah.
And I love the zebra flute that you put the different sections together. The mopane, is that how you say it? And the darker wood. So cool and sounds great. So yes, Mara, I was right. I did associate you with that tune. Roberto, hi in Spain, and welcome to you. Wonderful you're joining us. And Elena in Southern California, and to Leanne in Maine. I'm glad that this can brighten your weekend. In fact, for us as well. Happy to have you joining us, friends. So we're going to carry on, I believe, with...
Is it polka time?
Let's do some polkas. Let's do Salmon Tales Up the River. One of my faves. It's in G. That one. And then the Church Street Polka, also in G. Good tunes. I'm going to put them in the...
So incidentally, I had written this tune down and not realized that I guess it makes way more sense this way, like the tail of the fish, like fish have tails, but for some reason I always thought it was like tales, like TALES, like stories. So
the fish are telling us stories.
The fish are telling us stories, or I don't know, maybe it's stories
Finn
about
McCool,
fish.
Finn McCool
yeah,
stories.
That's it. I'm gonna double down. I think it's about that.
I like it.
I think it's spelled wrong.
And Larry, it's Alex in China who got the new flute. It's a Dave Copley flute that you got, I believe, Alex, and it really sounds great. And Mary in Louth, glad you're here joining us. And Barney, I'm glad to know that you still sort of play the Killavil jig as well. That's it, is playing these tunes together with each other. We can keep sort of knowing them together. So here we go. 1, 2, polka time. smiley ending. I saw Johnny's note. And welcome, Johnny. Fancy. So I thought it'd be a little fancy ending on there. So I love the flute chat, the new flute chat. So Larry, on our virtual guided session Facebook page, there are some really cool pictures of Alex's new flutes. And I also love the tales about salmon tales.
Yeah. Well, actually, Fish of Knowledge was chatty, right?
Well, exactly. There are tales about, there are stories about the salmon of knowledge that, of course, Finn McCool, tasted and then became quite wise. And then there are, talking fish. And then, yes, there are stories about boating and fishing, and Saul and Pat can probably have a party doing that, and maybe others. And Allison, I think, is a big sailor, maybe a fisher as well.
Not wanting to, and also don't want it to get buried in there, but who was it? Someone selling a Hammy Hamilton flute?
Yes, a Hammy for sale. Is it Kevin?
Kevin, it is Kevin.
Okay, so Kevin has a Hammy Hamilton flute for sale. Hit him up if you're interested. What nice flutes that Hammy makes. And I love this, Mara. I love your idea of thinking of going back to the particulars of tunes to improve single passages. Indeed, it's like, layers of the onion. You kind of learn a bunch of things and then you go back and you review. And you learn a bunch of things and you go back and you review. 3 steps forward, 2 steps of review.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So next up, we're going to do some reels. We're going to play the Star of Munster, that A minor wonderful tune that is so well known. And then we'll do Michael Kramer's. So I think it's also called the Burren. So the first one, right? That's the first one. Second one. Okay, so that's it. So all this wonderful chat, and then please do join us on our Facebook page. It's the virtual guided session. You can just search for it that way, and you have to answer 2 questions to become a member, just so we know that you're really you. So
answer the questions.
Otherwise, computer says no. Because we want to keep this in our community, not just a bunch of random
bots.
People. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, here we go.
Hey!
That's so great. So Dad is asking about the flute, and Dad, I'm not sure exactly how you can use the chat. I know, Dad, you're blind, and I'm not exactly sure if you can get folks' responses, but either communicating to Kevin through the Facebook page, or if you can get in touch with me through my website, I can hook the two of you up. So there you go. And now slides.
But there's a title connection, isn't there?
Tell me.
I'm gonna let you figure it out. What are we about to play?
The Star above the Garter.
Right. What did we just play?
Michael Kramer's.
Before that.
The Star of Munster. Quick on the uptake. Shannon Heaton. And then we're going to go into O'Keefe's slide, which is unrelated in title, but in tune type it is related. And then we're going to go into that wonderful Gale Bridge or Siobhan Hurls or something like that. We're going to go into that one after. That is related to the Star of Munster in that it is in the key of A, but A major. Good to make relationships between things.
That's what I do.
All right. Keep the hits a-coming.
Yeah. So, Star above Garter.
1, 2, ready. Is like
it's probably not showing up on the camera, but there's this gnat that has been torturing us all afternoon.
I think it went in my mouth and
and then back out
and
on
then
the
back
next
out.
point. Yeah.
Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, here we go. Siobhan may have overdone it a little bit. I'm not sure. But friends, vibing Nat. Vibing Nat for the win. That is the talk of the weekend. The gnat, which is flying around and which threw me off because it did fly into my mouth, and now it is no longer flying around.
Which is both good and disturbing.
Yeah, whatever. It's a little protein. It's fine. Vibing gnat. Vibing gnat. Very funny. We will have to find
what kind of a tune is that going to be?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my life. Okay, so Julie, hello and welcome. Glad that you had lunch with some friends and glad to have you joining us for the second half. Woohoo! And Margaret, hello and welcome to you. So glad that you're joining us. Hey, we should do a composer section like a Martin Wynne's kind of 1, 2, 3 tribute. What a nice idea is that? What's the... Is that the first one?
I mix them up.
That's the first one, right? What's the second one?
Yeah, no, you're not. You're asking the wrong guy.
Well, we're going to do that one right now, right here, right now. Yeah. And then what's the da dee 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 da? Then we'll do the third one. So. Okay, so Martin wins 2 of them. We're going to do right here, right now.
Whoa.
Martin, wins.
Yeah.
1 and 3. Here we go. Or 2 and 3. We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that was a little bit weak.
That was number something and number something else.
Yeah, but that was fun anyway. Good time. Sometimes you just got to go Go with the
flow.
idea. Ghislaine, salut and welcome. Thanks for joining us again. And Karen, hello to you and Charlie Bird. Woohoo! And those are good ones. I think that's number 1 and number 3 that Martin Wynne wrote. Anyway, great tunes. Number 4 is really fun, but it's not as rewarding
Goes
on
down,
the flute.
right?
It goes down way more even than that first one there. Anyway, yay, beautiful tunes. And to Mary, hi, and I'm glad that you're packing or taking a break from packing. So we're going to carry on, I think. Should we try the tune that I learned from Hatau, the Shoemaker's Fancy, coming right up next weekend, the virtual guided session retreat. So it's 2 concerts that we're doing over Zoom. And for both of the concerts, our friend Hatau, aka Tomoake Hatakeyama, is going to be joining us. And from him, I learned the Shoemaker's Fancy, which is beautiful. And we'll do that with Garrett berries. Yes?
Yes, we will.
And then I'm going to share a little promo video that
Yes,
Nigel, our son Nigel, just made
This will be
for
exciting.
the virtual guided session. All right. Here we go. Bonsoir, Mathilde. I'm so glad that you're joining us. Very cool. And yes, for the retreat coming right up, it will only be live. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be archived. So it's just an ephemeral kind of a thing. And you have to get a ticket in advance. And so I wanted to share for you a very, very short, lovely promo that our son Nigel, just made for the virtual guided session retreat for these 2 Zoom concerts.
I would like to add that this is very much in the style of videos that he enjoys.
Yes, and he finished it with 7 minutes to spare before the session. Here we go.
Take it away, Nigel.
Ready?
Yeah.
What should I say?
Say something about the VGS retreat.
All right, we've got these 2 Zoom concerts coming up, 2 concerts of Irish traditional music. There's still a couple of spots left, so sign up in advance. Cannot wait to welcome folks into our Zoom room. Really fun. Amazing and so great. So in case you missed that URL, that website, it's shannonheatonmusic.com/VGS retreat. So yes.
Yeah, the reason the advanced ticket thing is because we just physically and technically can't do like a day of thing. So it just needs to be sorted out ahead of time.
Yes.
That's why we keep talking about it.
Yes, that's right. So very, very sweet. Feel a lot of support from our son and heir. That really makes my heart full that he is supporting us in that way. So we're going to carry on with some reels. Now I put out a Tune of the Month video on the great tune called Rip the Calico because I was like, what is the deal? There are several different versions. And so we're going to play one of the versions which goes... And then the other version that goes... And in between, we're going to put Maud Miller because otherwise I might get too... confused. So these tunes, Rip the Calico is also known as The Fair Wind, which I thought was appropriate because for our VGS retreat, for our Zoom concerts, we have a lot of wind players. And for those of us missing the VGS retreat because you're going to be at the Ennis Trad Fest, that is so great as well. We love that. We love Ennis, we love Clare, we love that festival so much. So that is great. And glad that you're going to be there for the vibe and for the weekend, Neil. It sounds just wonderful. And we'll pass on your cheers to Nigel for his wonderful work there. So here we go. Rip the Calico, Maud Miller, and Rip the Calico. Dum, 1, 2, here we go. between some real inspired moments, really,
Yeah.
and some real stinkers. I don't know.
That's
Like
life.
my head
That's
is
how
not in
life
the
is.
game completely, but I'm delighted to be here nonetheless. Delighted to be here just the way that I am right now. It's great.
Glad to have you,
And yeah, thank you. And Sally, I don't know that I gave you a proper welcome. Hi. And Roxanne too. Hi. So great that you're here, Brian. Hi. And you like that?
I do.
It's a new thing.
It's,
Hi.
is it gonna stick around? I like it.
And Lynn too. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you. And now Jen was asking about our instruments, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it was a little bit more meta. Like, is this, what kind of flute is this? It's an Irish flute, if you were thinking broader than that. So it's a wood flute. It's basically a 19th century flute, the precursor to the fully keyed metal jobs. And some people play Irish music on a metal flute too. So whatever you have, you can play Irish music on whatever you have. But we really favor the sound of this, in this case, 6 keys of the 6-keyed system. But you can play it on keyless systems, on a tin whistle, whatever. And my flute, yes, was made by Pat Allwell, as Alex said. It's a 6-key Pratten flute, style flute.
And this is just like a regular guitar.
Yeah.
It's in standard tuning. You know, it's a
not-
lovely guitar, but
Not what you play, it's the way that you play
meta-wise,
it.
it's just a regular guitar.
Yeah. So really fun to kind of take those two tunes. They really are different, totes different versions, totes different tunes, really.
Totes cool.
Totes cool. So Randy, welcome. You're just in time to have a little taste of Michigan, because here we go with a tune that we wrote for our dear friends Kevin and Gina for the time that we have spent with them on their wonderful porch in Goderich, Ontario, but they also live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So in memory of our wonderful friend Kevin, who was a deep and true original and is missed very, very much in our family, we're going to play you Nights on Caledonia Terrace for Gina and Kev. And then we're going to go into another Michigan connection. We're going to go into a brand spanking new tune
Less than a week old.
called Fuzzy Intuitive. And this was written by Jennifer Feneley in Michigan and by Eilam Byle in Ojai, California. And I helped out as well. So this is a collaboration between the three of us. So excited to premiere this. This is our Offertory selection.
So if you, as we say, this is the time when we pass around the virtual tip jar. If you would like to contribute something, we certainly welcome it, but you are under no obligation, and we just appreciate you being here.
Yes, indeed.
And my guitar, it's I don't know, it's a double O, it's a 12 fret double O, so it is a very small guitar. I don't know if
It's parlor-ish.
I don't know where the line to parlor starts. but
Parlor-ish.
It's parlor-ish, but
Oof. Are you in tune with reality? Because I'm not.
dude.
So Matthew has a parlor-ish guitar, like a smaller guitar, and I have like a big hoss of a flute. It's perfect. Hi, Sean Morris. Welcome. And Goderich, Ontario is, where is it?
It's kind of near London, right? It's on Lake Huron. It's not too far from London, Ontario.
doing that with you, Jennifer and Eilam, and sharing that with you folks. Yes, you're right, Barbara. The first tune, The Air, is on my CD, The Blue Dress, which means that... we were remembering fond nights on Kevin and Gina's terrace before Nigel was born. Been dear friends with them for over a decade. Yeah. How sweet. Over a dozen years. So wonderful. Now we have another surprise planned.
The surprises just keep coming.
That's
really.
right, because,
Wait, I have an idea. Why don't you put up the VGS slide so I can, be sneaky?
Put up the VGS slide so you can be sleepy. Yeah. Okay, great. So, coming right up. Oh, well. Is that right?
No.
This is it. Yes, okay. This is it. Yeah. Coming right up, we've got a concert with these 6 fine people. With Hatau, myself, Louise Mulcahy, and Conal Grata, Ivan Goff, and Jean-Michel Villon. How exciting, as part of the VGS retreat. And now, before that...
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
So Matt's going to play a set of jigs with us on the banjo. Maybe scoot back a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Ken, thanks a mill. Great tunes. Those I enjoyed those very much. Bravo on all of us. All right. So what's it going to be?
We are going to play Sleeve Russell and Trip to Athlone, which are the first 2 tunes, or 2 of the first tunes I learned on the fiddle from Joan Hanrahan. When I was taking lessons with her, sitting in a tiny chair along with
Owen O'Neill. The 2 of you sitting in those tiny chairs at Cushnahauna.
Yeah, it was
in Ennis.
It was in a preschool room, and so the chairs were appropriately scaled for.
Oh, Chris, glad you're joining us today, and I'm with you, Mike. Definitely an Andro kind of a feel to that. Pretty. Okay, is that good?
Yeah, I'd say.
1, 2, here we go. love your imagination that reminds you of 14th century music.
I think he meant the previous one.
Oh, I was
That
going
would
to
make
say
more-
the banjo. I would be like, wow, I love it. I don't hear it, and I love it. Yes, I would say the previous
The
selection.
previous one, maybe more so.
Indeed. Wow. Shannon is just different
You're
today.
rocking. You're
Yeah,
rocking,
I like
babe.
it. I like it. All right, so we're going to play some reels. Miss McCleod's. I don't think that we have even ever played Miss McCleod's for this session.
Unbelievable.
So, folks, the VGS database that Clayton has kept up for us, you can find that, or you can go to shannonheatonmusic.com, because there I have lots of resources for the session. That kind of keeps a running list of tunes that we've played, and we're doing our best to rotate things so we don't always play new stuff. It's true if we were playing like, I don't know, one of our local sessions that wasn't like intended for the learning situation, we might not have as much recurring stuff. So what I'm trying to say is if you feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of tunes, do not fret. We will continue to rotate tunes. Learn a tune, just one, and then you'll hear it again sometime. That being said, I think this might be the first time we've played Miss McCleod. So, well-known Miss McCleod's in G into a former Name Your Tune selection that we all deliberately learned together, the man of the house. So here we go. Hop high, 2.
Like very much.
Wow. Yes, the shared sense of overwhelm. This is the beauty of this tradition. Well, one of the many beautiful things about this tradition. It's vast, and it continues to change, and we continue to add to it. And so there's no catching up. There's no point. It's just to, learn a tune and savor it and enjoy it, and then maybe learn another one. That's it. That's all there is. And Ray, hi. Thanks for joining us for that bit of Zen. That's for you, my friend. But yes, well said. It is sort of a shared sense of overwhelm, which is perfect.
And Dat, I was talking with somebody about some, I think it was Michael Coleman or something, about like the early backing situation. And there's a fiddle player named Hugh Gillespie from that time period, and he played with a guitar player who used a lot of minor 4-chord. He loved that, like G to C to C minor. It's kind of awesome.
Yes. Go 1920s, 30s, 40s.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes go away.
So we're going to finish off, folks, with the waltz that is called Westering Home. I'll put that in here in case anybody wants to get organized in advance. Peter, you're perfect. I'm glad you are joining us here right now. Perfect. And all of you, thanks a lot for tuning in. And if you're interested in tuning in for one of these Zoom concerts coming up next weekend, so we get a chance to chat a little bit with each other and with the fine performers, we'll all be up for a little bit of talking together in the Zoom room. Make sure to get your ticket. It's shannonheatonmusic.com/VGS retreat. Pick up a ticket in advance, yes, so that you don't miss it. We'd love to have you. You got to pick it up in advance, and we're not going to archive it or anything, so it's just sort of if you can make it, great.
It's a thing that happens.
It's a thing that happens. So anyway, today, this thing that has just happened, thank you for joining us, friends. In fact, Miss McCleod's reel is one of the oldest, and that's why I thought to follow it after the Banjo. It's got so many variants, and there's like a well-known American version of the tune too. So I was thinking the Banjo connection.
What's going on? I like it.
So that is a tune that if YouTube or if somebody decides to falsely copyright claim that. So friends, on this educational channel, I am a partner of the YouTube Partner Program member, so I can monetize my videos, and I choose not to monetize any of them because it's gross. But every once in a while, people will slap a false copyright claim on me, which I had last week. So they have 30 days till that copyright claim runs out. And in the meantime, they get to run ads, which is gross. But that's not me. That's not me. I don't want to do the ads. So anyway, thanks to each and every one of you for joining us and for keeping this a lovely space, for keeping this an educational and a supportive space. Thank you. Tanyavad. Danke. Merci beaucoup. Trugare. Arigato gozaimasu. Kamsahamnida. Tusen tak. Dziękuję. Vielen Dank. Grazie. Gramahagat. Muchas gracias. Evcharisto. Siecie. Chwala wam. Shukran. Eskarikasko. Ta palat. Spasiba. Ahehe. Salamat. Terima kasih. Dioch. Toda. Kusenem. Muito obrigado. Kam Dino tenda. Ndo. Miigwech. Chwala lepa. Giros. Kopkun naka. Yutva. Thanks so much, everyone. A waltz for the road, and hope to see some of you next week for the Zoom concerts or for the sesh next week. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take good care.